Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Am I Okay? And this movie came out in 2022, and it's currently on HBO Max. And I decided, oh, it's 90 minutes, nice and short. We'll see what this is. And so I thought it was okay at best. It was inoffensive, did what it wanted to, I guess, but I still left pretty disappointed. And it was a film that looked like it was going to be a very sad and depressing movie, and what I got out of it was just a drama about not much happening, and that's ultimately what it was. And it's also kind of a bad movie to review in a few ways because I just don't really have all that much to talk about aside from like a few things, I guess. And there isn't really much to spoil either. And there were some good performances in here. I didn't feel as though everyone was phoning it in. And some of the humor worked for me at times. Not all of the time, but some of the time it works. And I like the character dynamics. I liked watching these characters play off for each other. And also, in the beginning, I was with it. And I thought, there's something here. There's something interesting going on. And the boyfriend character, he was fun to watch. I liked seeing him on screen. And then the rest of the movie plays out, and I think to myself, okay, in the first act, we've set up some things that could go anywhere, but ultimately they just lead nowhere, and the movie doesn't really explore anything that I would care to watch or see. It's just about boring random things happening in a sense, and it just didn't feel as though much of it mattered or anything that it was just like a movie where nothing happens really. The dialogue at times wasn't great. Sometimes it was just really corny, and I didn't really buy it as like characters talking to one another. The movie wasn't terribly shot in every scene. Like, I didn't feel as though every shot in this movie was incompetent, but there wasn't really anything memorable in this movie as far as its visuals were concerned. I just felt, okay, that doesn't look terrible, is what I thought, but there wasn't really much motivation as to why it looked the way that it did, other than, oh, this is how it should look. That's all I took away from it. And also, the way texting was shown in this movie was a bit distracting. Like, why couldn't we just see the text on the phones? Instead, we have to see it in the screen, I guess. We have to see it separately. We have to see a character's face and just have it off to the side instead of just showing you the text on screen. Like, why can't you do that? You already do that. Just stay consistent with that. I didn't really feel much emotion during this movie. It was just a hollow, nothing movie, basically. And the only thing I could really say about it that was kind of funny, and this isn't really the movie's fault, it was just something that I was thinking of in the back of my head. And it's potentially the most interesting part of the movie is that there's a dance scene in this movie, and it's not really a big scene or whatever. It's taking place at a club, and characters are deciding to, oh, let's dance. Let's have some fun here. And I kid you not, I was really hoping that Dakota Johnson was going to start dancing the same way she did in the Suspiria remake. If she did that, that would have been great. This would have been a 10 out of 10 movie for me, but that didn't happen. Very sad, very unfortunate, huge missed opportunity. Why couldn't have we done that? It would have made the movie so much better. Just show us that. Instead, we have just this nothing movie that just nothing happens. And by the end of the movie, I just couldn't help but think of what was the point of that? I didn't really feel as though there was much purpose in telling the story. It was just 90 minutes, had an idea, and ultimately we didn't really go anywhere with it. Not that every idea in this movie is bad on paper, but it just needed more time to be explored. Like, in a way, the movie is just too short to explore these ideas. Like, you would need either less things going on, like even less that we have already, and just focus on those, or have a much longer film where we explore everything that this movie that we actually got touched on. Instead, it's just in between. It doesn't really commit to anything, and it just has sprinklings of certain things, and never gives you a full, satisfying feature film out of anything that you would want. And that's about all I have to say about Am I OK? It was fine, inoffensive, didn't really do much for me, and I'll probably forget about it within 24 hours. So, with all that being said, I'm going to give Am I OK a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below your thought of Am I OK? And my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Maxine. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.